down to this, folks. It's the semi-finals of this year's World Cup out in Qatar. Will it be Argentina? Will it be Croatia who make it to the final? We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Bouncing another prediction video today. We look forward to, of course, the World Cup semi-finals, and we're going to take a long, hard look at Argentina up against Croatia in just a second. Of course, if you do know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang up today. All things Rovers related, Championship related, World Cup itself related. We've got it all here, boys, under one roof. Of course, Croatia looking to make it back-to-back finals. Can they do it? We'll take a look at it in a second. Of course, people shout about VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But anyway, let's, of course, jump in the deep end and have a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about this. That's right, it is the World Cup, and it is, of course, the semi-final stage. That's right, of course, we are going to take a look at this one. Argentina up against Croatia, coming at you at this coming Tuesday, the Lusail Stadium. Of course, Daniel Alasato is your manager, not your manager, your referee. Of course, Argentina coming at you, though, looking to make it into the final with Lionel Messi and co. Let's take a look at them then. Qualified way back in the 16th of November 2021. The Co-MBL runners-up, of course, to 18 tournaments in the past. 2018 was, of course, the last. A streak of 13 in a row. They won it in 78 and 86. They're long overdue for another victory. Scaloni, your manager. Messi, the VIP. 12-1 on to qualify. Of course, 7-1 to win it. That was at the start of the tournament, but we're now well and truly into it. Let's take a look at how they got there. They, of course, topped the group over in Group C, despite a bit of a hiccup at the opening match, losing to Saudi Arabia. They picked up, of course, a result against Mexico, followed that with another clean sheet against Poland, knocking out these Socceroos and the Dutchies to get to this stage. And, of course, let's have a look at the bracket itself. As you can see, they've navigated a couple of little sticky wickets with the Aussies, and of course one of the outsiders there, the Dutch, to set up the semi-final with former or most recent World Cup finalist Croatia. Of course, let's remind ourselves of the personnel. So look at, of course, the stats then, shall we, for Argentina. Of course, Lionel Messi got himself 4 goals so far in this World Cup. Alvarez got himself a couple. McAllister's got 1, as has Molina and Enzo Fernandez. But, of course, it's all about the So let's take a look at the personnel that could be involved in this mega game for Argentina, their nation. Emilio Martinez has been the main man between the sticks. At the back there, you've got Tagliafico, Otamendi. Of course, Juan Forth has not really had any games, to be fair. Into midfield, we've got the likes of Rodrigo de Paul, Paredes, of course, Alexis McAllister coming at you from Brighton. And of course, up top, we've got the likes of Di Maria, Martinez, and of course, Lionel Messi alongside others. But what about the squad then, or the team that's going to face Croatia? Well, here we go. I'm going to go with this one here. We've got Martinez between sticks, Molina at the left-hand side, Romero, Otamendi, Acunda as well. We've got De Paul, Fernandez, McAllister, Alvarez on the left, Di Maria on the right, and Messi up top. That's my take on it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What about the Croatians then? Croatia right here, right now, as they build up for another semi-final for them. They qualify as UEFA Group H winners way back in the 14th of November 2021. 6 tournaments in the past. 2018 was the last. 3 streaks, 3 tournaments in a row. Runners-up last time around in 2018. Zlatko Dalic is the man. He knows how to do it. The VIP, though, is Luka Modric, of course. 7-4 on to qualify at the start of the tournament. That's from the group. So let's remind ourselves of how they got there, of course. They did qualify as runners-up to Morocco over in Group F. They started off with a draw against the fellow semi-finalists, Morocco, way back in the opening day. Then they picked up a result against Canada 4-1 in the end. Then they wrapped up their group stage with a 3-1 win over Belgium. Into the knockout stages they went, and of course they drew with Japan 1-1 on the night, beat them on penalties. Same can be said with the matchup against Brazil in the quarterfinals. A draw there, 4-2 win on penalties to go through. So they're masters of that part of the game, but can they complete this one without going the distance against Argentina? Let's take a look at the bracket then. Of course, this is the bracket, and so far so good for them. But of course, drawing back-to-back games now in this World Cup to get to the stage in the semi-finals. So remind ourselves of the stats then. Of course, goals have been a little bit hard to come by, with Kadimic getting a couple there, Pekovic, important goals there, Marco Lavria as well, Ivan Perisic and Lovro Major as well. Speaking of the team, let's take a look at that then as we build up for this monumental game for Croatia. So here are the personnel, the keepers now. We've got Linkovic between the sticks in the back there. We've got Gvardiol has been absolutely massive, as has Dejan Lovren, the experience there. Into midfield, we've got the likes of Ivan Perisic, Mateo Kovacic, and of course the main man, Luka Modric, who, despite the age, is of course still churning out the performances in midfield. And of course up top, the likes of Kadimic, Bruno Pekovic as well. What about the squad? Or the team for this game? Let's take a long hard look at what I've got for the match against Argentina then. Where we go, of course, we got Delikovic, we got Barisic, Gvardiol, Lovren. Janovic, Kovacic, Brozovic, Modric, Perisic, Kadimic, and Major for me up top. What about the recent run there between these two sides? They're pushing the 4 times since 1998, 2 wins apiece, no draws. Argentina, though, coming to this on 83% form, winning 5 of the last 6. Just one blip on the resume. Meanwhile, Croatia unbeaten in the last 6, 83% form for them as well. Of course, their biggest win over Argentina was a 3-0 win. The biggest win in the way, a 2-1 win. And they come into this scoring 7 goals compared to Argentina's 5 over the course of those 4 games. The last time there was a 3-0 win for Croatia way back in June 2018. Meanwhile, Argentina's last victory was a 2-1 win. That was back in November 2014. I did put a vote out there. The vote looks like this. It's very, very tight between the two sides. 53% going in favour of Argentina, 47% going in favour of Croatia. And the odds right here, right now, as we look at it, Argentina 65 on for the victory, and 9-4 is the draw after 90 minutes. 4-1 is, of course, Croatia. The odds to lift the trophy, Croatia third favourites, 15-2. Argentina are 17-10, second favourites at the moment. But what about me? I'm actually going against the grain here. And it is a tight one. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Croatia. The goals have been a bit dry so far. They've been saving them up for this semi-final against Argentina. So for me, 2-1 win on the night. No penalties, no extra time. Get it done after the 90. That's, of course, my take. Be sure to let me know your thoughts and opinion down below. Can Croatia make it back-to-back finals? Of course, we'll take a look at it, of course, as the final comes around. But until then, guys and girls, subscribe, thumbs up, smash the little bell. Of course, we'll see you next time around to see who will get their hands on this bad boy. Until then, we'll see you soon for the next one.